But you must hold a substantial amount of leisure cruise shares, surely?
Yes, but if I'm going to regain control of leisure cruise, then I can't touch them.
Ah. Property?
Secured. To pay off Laura Wilde, she's been disputing who owns the rights to the trailer sale.
Yes, I heard about that.
But all that's been resolved. She wrote a letter to Avril Rolfe to confirm it. There's a copy of the letter, so there's no problem there at all.
Unfortunately, it still delays the opening of your new business, doesn't it? Did your reputation no good at all, Kenneth?
Yes, well, once the reception's out of the way and the orders start flooding in, that'll be history.
I sincerely hope so. For your sake. You came a hell of a cropper over leisure cruise, Kenneth.
Well, maybe. But I'm still worth 150K, aren't I, Sir John?
Well, I think so. The only trouble is that others in the business community, notably my colleagues at the bank, do not share your optimism.
Welcome home. It's great to be back. Hey, you redecorated.
What do you think?
It's lovely. What else have you done? Oh, it looks terrific.
Darling, I still cannot believe you're here.
Me too. Why didn't you tell us you were coming?
Oh, I'm sorry, Gran. It was all a last-minute decision.
Now, don't tell me you've decided to accept my offer.
No, nothing like that.
Oh.
I just had to deliver a boat to Cherbourg. When I heard about Xanadu being sailed back, I put through a radio
Yes, but why now?
I don't know. Seeing you again started me thinking about Tarrant, what I was doing with my life, and if I was really happy in the Mediterranean.
And?
I couldn't find the answers. So I thought I should take some time and try and decide what I really want to do.
Well, whatever you decide, darling, you're home, and that's all that matters.
Quite right. We've missed you. You'll never know how much.
You know, it's strange. In many ways, it seems like only yesterday since I left. Nothing much seems to have changed. And yet so much has.
Well, your bedroom's still in the same place. Come on, I'll help you unpack. Get your stuff upstairs.
Good idea. After which you'll sit down, have a long talk, and catch up on these last 3 years.
Hello, Jan Howard.
No problem.
Robert, I'm so sorry, I completely forgot.
These penalty clauses, when do they come into effect?
Well, that depends on Jack Rolfe. The other boat he built for me is anything to go by. There'll be excuses and delays.
But Avril Rolfe's obviously aware of that.
Oh, yes. Still, wouldn't hurt to let her know that we are, too.
Fire a few warning shots, you mean?
Well, you prefer me to do it.
Oh, I'm quite capable.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
Well, I can't have my share dividends in Relton eaten away by hefty penalty clauses, can I?
Does Avril know that you've bought Ken's Relton shares?
If she doesn't now, she will after my meeting with her.
You know, with Charles's obsession with Relton, I thought he'd have jumped at them. But obviously not.
That's his problem.
Do I detect a note of animosity?
Charles Freer and I are not exactly on the best of terms, Laura. Let's just put it that way.
But obviously you're on reasonable terms with his father, Sir Edward.
If you're referring to that phone call, I heard Sir Edward was back in Tarrant. Wanted to make contact. He's been a good friend of the family's over the years.
Has he?
Well, I'd better go or I'll be late for my meeting.
Give my regards to Avril.
Morning, Gerald.
Morning. Good morning, Laura.
Gerald, how lovely to see you.
Ready to go then? That's the way. Nice and easy then. Careful! We're renovating it, not ruining it!
Listen to him. Anyone would think the men were handling bone china.
Yeah, from the moment he laid eyes on her, he's been well and truly hooked. From now on, nothing else is going to matter.
Where exactly are we, Charles?
Here, Terrace Bar.
Ah, by the swimming pool.
No. Swimming pool's over here in the leisure complex. Terrace Bar overlooks the marina, you see?
Oh, I see. At least I think I see. Bit difficult to imagine, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is at the moment. Before long, this site will house phase 1 the finest resort hotel, marina and leisure complex on the entire south coast.
And phase 2?
Well, I'm still considering potential sites.
Oh. Pity about the Mermaid Yard. It would have been ideal.
Which still might be. Mermaid Yard is very much on my shortlist.
I see. Well, anything I can do to help?
Well, now, I would hate to place you in a conflict of interest, John.
Oh, quite.
Speaking of conflicts, is there likely to be any problem now that my father's returned?
Well, there's no reason why there should.
No. It does rather depend on what he's doing back here, doesn't it?
And you will learn about that tomorrow at the garden party.
I assume from that you already know.
Yes. And I intend to maintain the utmost confidentiality, Charles. I have to.
Of course. I wouldn't dream of suggesting otherwise.
Your father's been a very good friend to me over the years.
Despite that incident at the bank?
There's no sense in harboring grudges. Not now, anyway. Charles, your father has problems of his own at the moment.
Oh?
As you will learn tomorrow. In the meantime, there's no reason why we shouldn't do business together. No reason whatsoever.
That's very reassuring.
Ken Masters Enterprises?
Jenny, Avril Rolfe.
Hello, Avril. How are you?
I'm fine. Is Ken there?
No, I'm afraid he isn't. He's at a meeting.
Well, where?
He didn't say.
When is he expected back?
After lunch? Around 2?
Well, when he arrives back, can you tell him I want to see him urgently?
Is there a problem, Avril?
Nothing that need concern you, Jenny. Just get him to call me as soon as he comes in, will you?
Of course.
Thanks. Orin.
Hi, Avril. How are you?
Busy. I don't believe we had an appointment.
You did with Laura Wilde. She sends her apologies. She's been unavoidably detained.
And what business is that of yours, may I ask?
Oh, perhaps I should explain. Laura and we're working together.
Oh. Oh, I see.
And as she couldn't make the meeting, I thought it might be a good idea if I stood in for her. Give us an opportunity of meeting each other, seeing as we're also going to be working together.
Well, I take it you're here to discuss progress on the luxury cruiser.
Well, that depends on whether we're only going to discuss Leisure Cruise's involvement with Relton Marine or mine.
I'm sorry. I don't quite understand.
Of course I'm not trying to use anyone.
Well, what would you call it then?
A business proposition.
Oh, just a business proposition.
Yes. How dare you suggest anything to the contrary just because our relationship didn't work out?
I thought our relationship was starting to work out. I thought I meant something to you.
You did?
Yes. Just as long as I could be of some use to you. And then all of a sudden our relationship just didn't seem to matter anymore.
Does Charles share this suspicion of yours?
That's a question you'll have to put to Charles, not me.
Because if he does, believe it's totally unfounded.
Is it?
I had no idea you felt like this.
Oh, for God's sake, Laura!
Look, all I am doing is suggesting an alliance on the takeover attempt of the Poelma Corporation.